Good afternoon, everybody. If you would please, well, I would say take your seat, but there's no open seats. We've already got them all filled. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for our... Sheriff, just sit anywhere you want. All right. Thank you all for coming out for our third annual flag raising ceremony in honor of Child Abuse Prevention Month. How do you know it's the annual day for the flag raising? It's the windiest day of the year, right? Every year we do this, so we're going to be passing the mic hand to hand this time because otherwise it would be to have too much feedback. But what they tell me, the organizers tell me, that the wind is good for the flag when it finally gets up there for pictures. So today we'll have an opportunity not only to raise this flag that will be up for the full month, but it's also an opportunity for us to highlight the important work that Riverside County departments and our partners are doing to prevent child abuse. I want to thank those of you that have come out. I want to thank our partners. I would especially like to thank our platinum sponsor, the Inland Empire Health Plan, IEHP. Today we come together with one shared commitment, and that's to protect children, support our families, and strengthen communities. To kick off our discussion today, our presentations today, our community speeches today, I would like to invite up Katie Gilbertson, the Regional Manager from the Riverside County DA's Office Victim Services.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Hello. Good afternoon. My name is Katie Gilbertson, and I'm a Regional Manager at the Division of Victim Services at the Riverside County District Attorney's Office. I also proudly serve as a board member for the Hope Collaborative. Thank you. The Riverside County Child Abuse Prevention Council. It's truly an honor to stand before you today as we commemorate the National Child Abuse Awareness Month and mark the beginning of this important month with our flag raising ceremony. This month isn't just about awareness. It's about recognizing the quiet, often invisible suffering of children and renewing our commitment to protect them. The work that we do in the field of child abuse prevention is never easy. We're often exposed to some of the most evil acts that our community has to offer. We advocate for those who have suffered, and we become the voice for those who are silenced, especially those who were murdered before they had a chance to speak. Child abuse is one of the most insidious crimes that we can confront. And it often comes at the hand of someone that a child deeply loves, a parent, a relative, or a trusted friend. That kind of betrayal, it's a wound that doesn't always show up on the outside, but it cuts deep. And that's why the work that we do together is so critical. I've spent over 16 years working in the field of child abuse prevention. I walked alongside children and youth through every phase of the criminal justice system, from forensic interviews and medical exams, to courtrooms, trials, and victim impact statements. I've celebrated victories when justice is served, and I've held on to the heartbreak of telling a child there just wasn't enough evidence for the system to believe you. But with every sorrow that I have seen, there is also hope. Here's what I've learned. Every opportunity that we have to tell a child, I believe you, you didn't deserve this. It's okay to love someone who hurt you and still want to be safe. Both things can be true. Those moments matter more than we all know. Should have brought a folder. Disclosure is never easy. It can tear families apart. It can mean people take sides, and sometimes it's not the side of the child. It can expose dark family secrets, and it can leave a child in a very lonely, dark place. But every time that a child speaks out, they become a voice for others who have not yet found theirs. And here's the hope. Sometimes healing shows up in small personal victories, like setting a boundary, getting a driver's license, or even having the courage to ask for help again. I've received calls from survivors now in their 20s and 30s. Some are parents. Some are now social workers paying it forward. Some have graduated from college, and so many more other wonderful things. One woman called me on her 30th birthday recently. She said, "For years I never thought I would make it this far, but I did. And thank you for helping me survive." You see, this young person spent her entire life, her entire childhood being abused daily. She was so consumed by the trauma that she experienced, she couldn't even fathom and picture what a future would look like for her in her life. Her days were spent merely surviving. After her abuser was sentenced to 50 years in state prison, she truly began to live life for herself. It was scary and uncertain, and she did not know how to live through the day without being under extreme stress. As the days went on, she got a job, her first real taste of independence for herself. She saved money and found the courage to move to a new state with the hopes of starting life with a blank palette. There's no doubt that this time came with struggles, anxiety, depression, disconnecting from a toxic family environment. And before she knew it, her 30th birthday came and she called me. It wasn't until that moment that it had all settled in for her that she was really living life for herself now. That's the impact you all make. Healing doesn't always happen right away. Some victims return to abusive situations. Some may struggle again and again to break free from what they were taught to tolerate. But if we're giving them even one seed of courage, if they keep reaching out, then we've done something powerful together. Because every time they try, they grow stronger. We may not always see how the story ends, and we may never fully know the impact of the care that we provide. But I promise you this: your compassion, your persistence, your belief in a child's worth, it changes lives. So as we raise this flag today, let it stand for every child that we have helped, every story that we have heard, and every silent sufferer that we continue to fight for. Let it also stand for you, the providers, the professionals, our lawmakers, and advocates who show up every single day planting the seeds of hope that one day may bloom into healing. Thank you for the work that you do. You matter, and you are making a difference. Thank you.
Katie, thank you for sharing their stories. Thank you for the work that you and your team is doing at the Victim Services Division of the District Attorney's Office. We're about to hear from county departments about the work they do. But one thing we know when we're in this space is that the county can't do it alone. If you are here today representing one of our nonprofit partners, please raise your hand. If you're here representing a community-based organization that helps us in this space, please raise your hand. If you're here, keep your hands raised. I'm going to try and get to everybody at some point. All right. If you are here representing, if you're an elected official or representing an elected official who is working to end child abuse, please raise your hand. So look around ultimately. I mean, this is who's here today to spend our time together trying to end child abuse. What we'd like to do now is hear from some of the county departments that are doing this work all day, every day. I'd like to first bring up our Assistant Director of DPSS over the Children's Services Division, Bridget Hernandez.
shouldn't have worn a dress today. Excuse me 1 second while I manage. Thank you, Jeff. It is an honor to be here today with all of you as we kick off our Child Abuse Prevention Month. This is an important moment for us every year. Today is a time for us to reflect on our shared commitment to safeguarding the well-being of children and families in our community. Preventing child abuse is a year-round effort for us and a year-round commitment in our division and our department. Our work has always centered on ensuring children and families have the support they need to thrive, which is key to preventing abuse and neglect. Over the years, thanks to all of you here today, we have built strong partnerships not only with county agencies, but our community partners, as well as our community-based organizations. You all are vital to the work that we do, and you help us create a safer and healthier future for the children and families that we all serve in Riverside County. Each year, in my division, we receive over 62,000 calls of abuse and neglect to our child abuse hotline, and roughly conduct over 22,000 investigations. However, our work goes beyond investigating allegations of abuse and neglect. Through our partnerships, we also focus on prevention by providing families with resources and supports to create safe environments and reduce life stressors. We do this through some innovative programs, such as our Linkages program, which really supports our children and families in partnership with our self-sufficiency division. I'd also like to acknowledge my staff and say thank you to all of my dedicated staff who work tirelessly every day to support the children and families that we serve. I truly appreciate their passion and commitment to the work that we do. And thank you to all of you here today. As I said, we cannot do this work alone. Together, we can prevent child abuse, support families, and ensure every child has a safe, nurturing environment. Thank you for your ongoing support and continued partnership.
Thank you, Bridget. One of the things we know all too well, that prevention can't be enough by itself. We also need to add the protection, and we also need to hold folks accountable. To speak a little bit about protection and accountability, I'd like to bring up Sheriff Chad Bianca.
Thank you. I'm very proud to be here today representing the men and women of the Riverside County Sheriff's Office as we come here as partners with all of you, partnering with Hope to take care of our kids. In the law enforcement world, one of the worst things that we have to deal with, unfortunately, is crimes against children. And as a dad, as an adult, we really understand and know that there are children out there, particularly that age, that absolutely must be protected by adults. They are incapable of protecting themselves. And by the time we arrive, something has gone horribly wrong where those kids have been victimized either mentally or physically. And I can tell you that when I was a young deputy, there were many, many times that I had to leave that situation after my work was done, and I truly was not sure what the outcome of those kids was going to be, whether they were going to be protected or not. And so as I stand here today as the sheriff of the sheriffs of Riverside County and representing all of the men and women in here, I can tell you that no longer exists. That feeling no longer exists, because we are very proud of all of our partners, whether they're nonprofits or whether they're county agencies, that we know that when we come across kids that are being harmed, we know that when we leave there, we're turning them over to capable hands that are going to ensure that they are taken care of mentally and physically, and that hopefully, with the help that they're going to be provided, we don't have to encounter them in this type of official capacity again. So I just want to thank all of you for your love for kids, for your love for the community that you have, and for partnering with the county as we do everything we can to take care of our community. So thank you very much.
building and strengthening those partnerships between county departments, nonprofits, law enforcement, children's services is not done by accident. It's intentional, it is hard work, and it's done every day. Part of the reason why Riverside County has seen improvement over the last 4 years in this space specifically is because of action taken by the Board of Supervisors to create a special ad hoc for vulnerable children and adults. What we're going to hear from today are the 2 members of that Board of Supervisors ad hoc committee. The first being the newest member of that ad hoc committee and the newest member of our Board of Supervisors, 1st District Supervisor Jose Medina.
Thank you, Jeff. Good afternoon. It is indeed an honor to join you today and to stand alongside my fellow supervisors and our county partners as we raise the flag in recognition of Child Abuse Prevention Month. Today we come together with one purpose: to reaffirm our shared commitment to protect children, support families, and strengthen communities across Riverside County. At the county level, that commitment shows up in how we plan, how we invest, and how we work together. We're focused on building and sustaining an infrastructure that supports prevention, which means investing in early childhood programs, expanding family resource centers, strengthening mental and behavioral health services, and coordinating across departments to make sure families don't have to navigate the system alone. We know that when families have access to the right support and when they know where to go for help, that they're better able to care and protect for their children. In my district, District 1, we've seen this take shape with the opening of the Franklin Residential Behavioral Health Clinic in Riverside, the Wellness Village site in Mead Valley, where we're developing a campus that combines housing, healthcare, and support services. And through our municipal advisory councils, where we're meeting regularly with residents in the unincorporated communities like Good Hope and Highgrove to listen and respond. These efforts reflect what's possible when county government works hand in hand with our community partners, and when we, elected leaders, like those standing with me, prioritize prevention as a shared responsibility. Our children are our responsibility. And while no one agency or office can do the work alone, together we can build a county where every child is safe, every family is supported, and every neighborhood is filled with opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. Next, we will hear from the founding member of our committee, the board's ad hoc committee on vulnerable children and adults, 2nd District Supervisor Karen Spiegel.
Thank you, Jeff. I also want to express deep gratitude for our community and all the partners that are here today, because that's what it takes. I've often said it's a village. None of us can do it alone. It's every piece that comes together that makes that wheel go round. Each spoke, we play a part in, and we have to work together to have the best benefit for our children. Each one of you plays a vital role in protecting our children and caring for those who have experienced abuse or neglect. Keeping children safe is a collective effort. No one can really do it alone. It requires involvement in every segment of our society, including schools, business, and as the sheriff said, law enforcement, critical part, government agencies, faith-based organizations, and of course, parents themselves. The work is demanding, but together we are making progress. As Supervisor Medina has said, we are seeing differences, but it's not any one of us that made the difference. It's all of us collectively. Throughout today's ceremony, we've heard about the systems and the people working together to protect our children. And I say our children. We each had that responsibility. But there's one thing we all share, and that is the ability to act. Knowing the signs of abuse, understanding how and when and where to report, and following through when something just doesn't feel right. It's okay to question it. It's not okay to let it go. You don't know what that result would be if you said, oh, they're okay. Your gut told you they weren't. It is our responsibility to be a community protector. We all carry that responsibility. Mandated reporters are trained to step up, step in, and they know where to go. But the truth is, every one of us can be a protector. Prevention begins with awareness, but it only works if we respond with courage. We need to continue to speak up, to look out for one another, and ensure every child grows up feeling safe and supported. That's that village that we are all a part of. We have to work together to lift our future and our children. I'm hoping that you gain that courage and listen to your gut. If it's not right, step up, protect our children and our future.
Thank you, Supervisor. And now, as we are going to raise the flag, what we're all here for, we have a special treat. We have students from Jackson Elementary today. They're going to sing for us. They're from RUSD, Jackson Elementary, and they're going to sing "It's Gonna Be a Good Day." And while they're doing that, now it works. And while they're doing that, we're going to go ahead and raise the flag. You guys are good? That was fantastic. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. That was great. One more applause. Those were the students from Jackson Elementary. And what you all couldn't see, what I could see was one of their teachers, one of their supporters really helping them and giving the hand signs. That's sometimes what I see Supervisor Spiegel do to me when I'm up here doing these things. Smile, right, hands. But again, thank you to Jackson Elementary, to our singers. Thank you to all of our speakers. Thank you to our partners. Thank you for being here with us today. As the flag waves above us, certainly for this month, let it serve as a visual reminder of our commitment to end child abuse together. But as the thought continues, that it's not just this month, it's not just this day, it's all the time. It's everything that we do together. Let this not just be a single ceremony, but rather a call to action. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for your participation. Special thank you, as always, to our facilities management crew to make sure that flag went up, and to our Rivco TV team that is constantly adjusting on the fly to make sure that these things go off without a hitch. But we are ended. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you for the celebration.